All right, this ain't rocket science. People, episode 74. I got my man rocking with me tonight, Dom from Syck Days. What's up with you, man?
My guy, what's up, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I can't complain, bro. My man out in LA doing this thing. What we looking at? 10 o'clock East Coast time, 7 o'clock out your way, a little early
Yeah,
evening.
yep, 7:04.
I hear that. So listen, we gonna get straight into it, man. Like I said, of course, we know each other. So
Right.
we already been rapping. But of course, I brought you on the show. I want to get into the hustle and bustle. I want to know what it feel like to be an entrepreneur in LA. I want to hear the real story. You feel me? I see all
Gotcha.
the Instagram stuff. I
Right.
see everybody posting all the highs, but I
Right.
want to hear it all. I want to hear the highs, the lows, the wins, the losses, all that.
Gotcha.
You feel me? Matter of fact, let's start here. Just like last week or a week and a half ago, if people don't know, it's an Instagram page called League Fits. League Fits, so LEAGUEFITS. So everybody in the NBA over the past, I guess at this point, 8-9 years, when you walk into the game, leaving from the game, everybody take what they wear super serious, right? Everybody want to throw the fit on. The kids call it a drip and all that good stuff. And so somebody dedicated a page to it. And so somebody popped out wearing your clothes, top to bottom. Just how did that
Right.
make you feel?
Bro, for real, it felt great because it was organic, like the way it happened, and then the way I was like telling myself like, yo, that's gonna be on League Fits, and for it to actually happen, like that felt crazy. But it was like a organic relationship. Like he just DM'd me. I was like, yo, bro, I love your brand. I love what you're doing. Like for real, he started screenshotting pictures and like sending it to me. Like, yo, this fit right here is crazy. This fit right here is crazy. And
Mm-hmm.
then I was like, he was going back and forth about like a size. And I was like, well, I don't have the size that you need because he wanted like a large or something. And then he
Right.
like, bro, I just bought the extra large because I didn't want to miss out on it. So for it to actually go from that, like one, he hit me up, he copped it, and then for two, for him to actually wear it and then make League Fits, like that was crazy for me.
That's what's up. So listen, we're talking about Michael Carter Williams, MCW. Who we play with again now?
Orlando.
Yeah, so MCW, he down in Orlando doing this thing. And I was definitely going to ask you, so we just started with him DMing you, huh?
Yeah, just send me a message like a random Sunday. Just DM me like, yo, bro, I love your brand. I love what you're doing. We started talking from there, and then he actually started like sending screenshots of like the stuff that he wanted to grab.
And how long ago from you'd say from like last week when he popped out with it from the original conversation?
2 weeks ago.
Oh damn, that ain't bad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
you
two.
already
So it happened on like a Sunday. I shipped it. Because I was in Philly when he ordered it, and then when I got back home, I shipped it to him, and a couple of days later, he had it on.
and you mentioned a key thing too. He because you know I was going to ask you, so he actually paid for it.
Yeah, that bro. That's the part that was like that was the illest part to me. That was the
That's what's
illest
up.
part.
Yeah, that showed that he really fooled with it too. Because I don't want to blow you up, so I'm not going to ask, but I'm pretty sure some people probably reach out and be like, "Yo, like they be trying to like bargain and
Or
hey, if
they
you give it
just
to me, I wear it on this." Or
yeah, or they just feel like their status is at a certain level where though they get it for free, or some people want you to pay them to wear it. So it all depends. Seriously, it all depends on who like you reaching out to.
right, and I feel like a certain situations that may that may work for you, paying them or giving it to them for free. But for him to like really reach out, then buy it, and then show love by wearing it, that's
Yeah.
what's up, man.
But for me, I see like as far as like paying, like this collection that I just released was the first time that I actually like got models with some type of influence and actually paid for them, and
Mm-hmm.
that worked in my favor. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I did have to pay them their fee to model for however long I had them there, but from shooting with them and seeing the sales that I got on this collection, and I'm like I ask people like they'll message me all the time. Like, damn, bro, how did you find out about us? And then they'll say because of this model. Like I saw him wearing it.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, so
So, so
it can work in your favor though. But like when it's that organic, like I like and I like enough to buy, it's like
right,
no better feeling.
that's the level. Let's get into that real quick. So you feel like you invested more in this campaign, and you feel
Correct.
like it definitely worked in your favor. Like the flip came back.
Yeah, it worked in my favor because like I actually went with like I dived in like cut and sew a little bit. You feel what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So that was like something that I've never done before and went from like buying blank garments and printing on blank garments to actually like getting into like details of like how you want your pockets and how long you want the
Right.
pants and the fit and everything like that. And having to
Right.
go down to these places and find the fabric that you want, not nobody doing it for you.
Right.
So
Right.
it was a lot different. And but for me, it showed a whole lot of growth, and it's like taking me places where I want to continue to do cut and sew and see how far I can go with that.
Right. And let me just say for the people that don't know what cut and sew is, cut and sew is basically opposite to what I did with this hoodie.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
So
cut and
so
sew,
most people, yeah, most people
you'll get a
go ahead.
pattern for that hoodie. You feel what I'm saying? Like you'll
You
start
gotta
with a
measure the shoulder
pattern,
to the neck, all that.
everything. Yep, the fit, how you want it, the fabric. You got to source all that by yourself, or hire somebody else to help you
And
with
that's
it.
the thing because people want to say, yeah, but I would never say I have a clothing line. Okay. I got shit, I threw my logo on. That's not a clothing line. You feel
It's,
me?
it's
I
merch.
wouldn't, huh?
It's merch.
Right. I went and grabbed the hoodie, put a logo on it. So what you're talking about is like literally if it's a t-shirt, making the t-shirt, like I said, all the measurements,
Yeah,
all the details, it's literally your work. You didn't just go buy a t-shirt and put your fucking name on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's respect. A lot of people don't do that, but they want to
and
say
rip
they got a
and
clothing
rip the
line.
person tag out.
And some people don't even do that.
Yeah,
They'll sell
true,
your ass a motherfucking jersey
true,
t-shirt for $60.
true. Yo, I get mad every time that happens. I get those shirts to my aunt. I get back to
I
the
remember I
crib.
said something to you in the DM about it before. You was like, he had a
Yeah,
decency to
I get pissed about that, man.
you said the
Cause I
brand was
feel
hot, but goddamn.
Yeah, because I feel like that's just like the icing on the cake. Like nobody want pancakes without syrup. You feel me?
Right,
Like
right.
you there. You might as well just finish that off. Don't get to
At
the
least tear the
basket and
tag
miss the
out.
layup. Put the
Right.
tag out. Put your own little joint in there and keep it pushing. Especially if somebody want to support what you're doing.
Right. Like I said, especially if you about to charge $65 for a t-shirt.
Correct.
That's the least you can do. Well, let's do this. Let's take it back. So listen, Syck Days. That's what we got. SYCKDAYZ. Right. What was like
Correct.
the original? I know it started in 2012. I
Mm-hmm.
actually remember your first t-shirt. I feel like it was like a city. It was
Oh,
like a
you bringing up my doo doo days.
no, but like you said, we already talked about growth. You feel me? So
Nah,
I just want to
true,
spin it back.
true.
So what made you want to start Syck Days in the first place back in 2012?
For real, what I wanted. Oh, all right. This how I went. So you remember back when like that was like 2012 when Cody and them had that cookout at like Fairmount Park where the
Yeah, I remember
chick
that.
got
They
ran
started
over at.
shooting.
The chick
Yeah, they
got
started.
ran over.
Yeah, I was
That
there.
cookout. All right, boom. I was at that cookout. And this was like Babylon Cartel, like this when I first started like noticing it. And I'm
Yeah,
seeing everybody at the cookout with the B and the C with the circle on it.
yeah, that's real. Yeah.
Everybody. And I'm like, damn, like, yo, that's ill. Like, that's the homies brand and everybody rocking that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I told niggas like right there, like, bro, I'm gonna start something. They was like, man, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, no, real shit, I'm gonna start something. I went home and like I remember like going home and taking like an old pair of Converse and like bleaching them and just like doing different shit to them. And I started there. I showed them that. Next thing you know, I'm doing all their sneakers, but I ain't have no name for this shit.
Right, right,
Like
right.
I was just out here just doing shit. And then I had a homie, and I was at his crib one day, and we were just going over names, and he was like, "Yo, call it Syck Days." I like looked at him like that just came out of nowhere. You feel me? And then I
Yeah.
was like, "All right, you know what? I'm gonna just see where it go." So I just started like adding Syck Days to everything I do. I would go to like old thrift stores, grab like denim jackets, rip them up, add like an S and a D, make like my own patch, put Syck Days on there with like paint and bottle caps. It was crazy
I
that
remember that shit.
people was buying them joints like far as like Boston, New Orleans, like all over. People was buying it. Like I look back on it now and be like, it got me here because it was a start, but I can't stand none of that stuff from back then.
That shit
But
probably make
yes,
you cringe.
so once I used the name, I started putting it on stuff. That's when people been, like started to like recognize it, and they was like, "Yo, the name Syck Days, like it's crazy, it's crazy." And then I just like, "All right, fuck it," and just ran with it.
Right. So listen, I met you through our mutual friend, my man G Gary,
Correct.
and that's when I met you. I knew you from just like hooping, being around, chilling or whatever. Mainly hooping. So when you told your homies you was gonna start a clothing line out of the clear blue, did you what type of interest in fashion did you have back then? Or you just wanted all your niggas to be in uniform?
For real, I mean, I just not,
like what the fuck? Like what made the
no,
niggas just say
I just felt like that shit looked dope, and like for me, it was just like I was always into like fashion. For me, started with like sneakers, so I was always into like shoes, and if you got shoes, you got to have a cool fit.
right.
So I mean, I was always into it like that. But as far as me like thinking I would ever have a brand, like that was a no. I just didn't stop. Like once I started liking it, start having fun, start seeing different stuff off of it. Like me playing basketball was like the outlet to like start getting me out the hood. But then me starting a brand was like the outlet to getting me out of my situation and start letting me see the world from a different perspective. So that's why I just never stopped.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And I failed to mention. So listen, Dom is from Philly. You feel me? Of course, you're living in LA now, and
Yeah.
we'll get that in a second. But yeah, Dom is from Philly, so that's crazy that you say that. Like, you started with basketball, then moving into your business ventures, with basically got you out of here. So the skateboarders. I remember early in your Syck Days career when you first started out, you was rocking with the skateboarders. Was that organic, or were you like,
That
man,
was
listen?
no, that was organic too. That was organic too. I think I went down to one skate shop one day just to buy some shoes. They had like a bunch of like Nike SBs and stuff on sale. So I went there to buy shoes. When I went there to buy shoes, I realized like it's the same skate shop where like Odd Future had a pop-up at. In Northern Liberty, the skate shop is called Exit Skate Shop. And I went in there just to buy shoes. And then once I realized like that's the skate shop, I started talking to the owner, like, yo, this the spot where our future had the pop up at, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, yo, can I have a pop up here? And he was like looked at me, like, how many Instagram followers you had? It's like I just started Instagram, probably like 500. He was like, all right, cool. And he gave me a date for like in 2 weeks, bro. I ain't had no shirts, I ain't had nothing. So mind you, at this time, like I barely knew any of like the kids that skated or anything. So what I would do is they built that skate park on the parkway.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would go
yeah.
there every day. Every day I would go there every night because the lights used to stay on all night. I'd go down there every night, just pass out shirts, just
For
pass
the
out
free,
shirts, just
just
for free.
promo.
Like,
Yeah,
yo, look, I see like the young boys out there skating, and I just started looking out for them. So before I knew it, like right before I had the pop up, I started getting emails from the kids that skate, like, yo, you should start a skate team, da 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 da
man.
da. I ain't know nothing about it, bro. You feel me? Because like growing up where we like coming from the hood hoods, they be like, if you ride a skateboard, you wear it. If you ain't dribbling the
Yeah,
basketball or running the football, anything outside of that, you wear it. So
right.
I really didn't know too much about skating, but I just know that they were showing me love. And a lot of them was black. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll start a skate team. So I was like sending kids like in LA,
I remember that.
Florida, Philly, all of Philly, bro. Like you feel me? All of Philly. I ended up doing a collaboration with a homie that had like a skateboard company here in Philly. And we did a collaboration on boards. And like the young boys here, I kept them on boards. You feel me? I had this one young boy, his name Jamir, he a beast, bro. Like right now he's skating for like Paulus. He was skating for DC. Like he like this close to being pro. He nice. But I saw the potential in him when he was young, and he used to always be like, man, I quit. Lose a contest, throw his board away. I drive right to his crib. He lived in West. Drive right to his crib, hand him a board, hand him 3 or 4 boards. Like, bro, you're not quitting. You feel me? And I used to like, and I did that. I knew I couldn't afford to sponsor these kids the way like these big companies could do. But for me, it was more so like I see this young boy, he got potential, and he just want to feel like he a part of something. He want to feel like he's sponsored by something. You feel what I'm saying? So if
Right.
I can just say, all right, cool, give you a couple shirts a month, give you some skateboards, and then you don't stop doing what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you feel like, all right, I'm there. All I got to do is keep skating. Like, bro, keep skating. I'm telling you, like, more doors are gonna open to where though I can't do nothing but just like watch you go do whatever it is that you meant to do. You feel what I'm
Take
saying?
pictures and shit. Yeah.
And I can't be mad at you. But
Yeah.
as long as I'm here, bro, I want to see you pushing for whatever it is you want. So if I got to give you boards to keep you pushing, or if I got to give you shirts for you to feel like, all right, I'm a part of something, all right, I'm gonna do it. And that's how I got in with them. It was just like organic, just me going out there, hooking them up with stuff, starting conversations. Before you know it, I was skating.
Damn right.
It was crazy. It
Next
was
thing you know, you
crazy.
out there.
Yeah, for real.
So you feel like they kind of like built the base of your brand, like the foundation for it?
Honestly, bro, they did, because it was like you would see so many young boys like in the city, like wearing it, like skating through the city, or you feel what I'm saying? Then they would go to school and then their friends will know about it. Then they will go to school and their friends will know about it. You feel what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So, and
That's
it's
real
dope just
marketing.
to see all of them, just like all the ones that I did mess with, just doing their thing.
Right. And let me ask you this, 'cause I'm not even sure if this is how it happened, but is that when you first started taking your trips to LA, and that's kind of what helped you decide to move out there?
That was like, cause I started the brand in like 2011, like where I started like painting on stuff and stuff like that. I took my first trip to LA, I want to say 2012 or 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was my target when I came out here. Like I came out here, it was more so like introducing with skaters. That's how I actually started to excuse me. That's how I actually started to like get around LA, because I met a dude on Instagram who grew to be like a little brother to me now. But I met him on Instagram and he skate, and that's
Mm-hmm.
how we connected. And yeah, that was the start. Like once I came over here, I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know what my target audience was going to be or anything like that when I got here, because it was like all the way different from being back home. And I just came out here, bro, with like $1,000 worth of stuff in the bag and was just giving it to anybody.
Yeah, I wanted
Like,
to ask you. Yeah, I wanted to ask you. Like, so first of all, what was the first thing? When did you make your mind? I'm like, listen, I'm going to LA. Like, I'm moving to LA. And then what did you do to prepare for that?
all right, when I made up my mind I was moving here, I came out here in March of 18. And I was like, yeah, I'm going out there to look for an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I got out here, it wasn't like things didn't go the way I expected. Like I thought I was gonna come out here, find an apartment, go back home, get my shit, and then come back. But when I got here, like that shit didn't go as planned. I ain't had nothing to show them. I was trying to show them Pennsylvania pay stuff. They're like, bro, this is Cali. Like that don't do nothing for us. So when I left, when I left to go back home, I was like, yo, this is my last time going back home and not living there. And I went home. I, I wrote my 2 weeks out for work, prepared that. I went to work and was like, yo, I'm out. 2 weeks later, I moved here.
Oh, so you really just rolled the fuck out then? Like, you ain't even
Yeah.
prepare. You just had your mind made up.
I came out here probably with like $6,000 in unemployment. Real rap, bro. Like,
Damn. So really, all you just had was a mission, like a dream. Like, listen, I'm a shit. Like Top be saying, we got a music friend named Top. What do you be saying?
they
Beverly
say
Hills or
skip.
Skid Row?
Yeah, no, he says, yeah, pretty much. Like, cause bro, like, I don't know. For me, it was like everything that I needed, that I wanted was here. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, as far as like what I'm doing, as far as the clothes, and then now with me like diving into like thrifting and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
like all this is right here. Like if I was back home right now, I probably like working a job I hate, doing something that I really don't want to do. You feel what I'm saying? But here is like every day you got to get up and you got to figure it out. You got to do something. And for me, I rather that than anything.
Yeah, so let's get into it. So listen, hustling in LA, the hustle and bustle, man. What's it really like? So, I mean, how long you been out there now? You said you got out there, what, 18?
Yeah, next month make 3 years.
So, all right, next month make 3 years. So, what's something like? What do you know now that you would tell people that first get out there?
Come out here prepared.
Oh, so
Have
you
some.
don't recommend just to pop out there and make it happen.
It depends. Honestly, bro, it all depends on what type of person you are.
Right.
Like if you prepare for like a roller coaster on situations where you don't know what's going to happen, then I mean, yeah. But honestly, I think the statistic is like most people don't last 6 months to a year here before they go back home.
Damn. So what was the first thing you did when you got out there? I know you had the six. I mean, you had the 6 grand.
Uh, I had
You
the
had the
six.
unemployment stuff
Oh,
rolling in.
boom! What I did was I me- I knew this dude who had an Airbnb. I hit him up, was like, "Yo, I need to book your Airbnb for a month." He was like, "All right, cool."
That's 8 grand. You only
So
got six.
right, but listen to how things work though. So I said, "I'll pay you when I get there." He said, "Cool." I packed the car up, drove across country, get there. I pay him. I had fake pay stubs. It was me and two other people. Two other dudes came that moved out here with me. So we have two of us had fake pay stubs, and we were just like, "Yo, we gonna see what happened." I think like the first apartment we went to, it was far. It was super far from like college. That's another thing that'll kill you, because you'll get out here and you will move somewhere and you want to be somewhere nice, but you gotta drive 2 hours to get back.
Right.
So we move all the way up. We go out Woodland Hills. We give them the fake pay stubs. She hit us up the same day and was like, "Yo, you approved." I'm like, "No way."
This is for the Airbnb.
No, this is for the apartment.
So you didn't have to get
Right.
the
So
Airbnb.
we already in the Airbnb.
Oh, okay.
So I go back to the Airbnb. Luckily, he was cool. I was like, "Bro, I don't even need it for a month. I just got approved. I'm moving in Friday." He was like, "All right, cool. Give me my bread back."
Oh, that's love. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
So I was able to move in off of that. And then I didn't have a job. So I was like, all right, am I going to leave a job that I was just at for 6 years and then come all the way over here just to do the same thing? Or am I going to get on like some type of grind? So I just started doing like DoorDash, Instacart, anything like that, anything to just pay the bills. You feel me? So I got my unemployment rolling in, and then I'm just doing Instacart, stuff like that, to have extra money to pay for everything else that I need to pay for.
Right.
So, huh?
Now let me ask you this. So what about your family? Did anybody in your family discourage you, or did they encourage you?
Hell yeah. A lot of them discourage me. Like,
They was hating on
yo,
you.
like, I don't want to call it hate, but it's
I'm gonna
just
call it
like,
hate.
I mean, uneducated shit. Like, oh man, you gonna leave your job? I'm like, bro, I'm making the same. I know what my check gonna be every 2 weeks. Like, I already know. Like, the benefits ain't as good as you think they are. Like,
Right. Niggas don't even
I
go to the dentist.
right, right. Like, I don't. What the fuck I need this for? Like, I don't need this. So I was like, and people was like, man, you weird. I can never leave Philly. What you going over there for? What's over there that you can't do here? It ain't that good over there. It was
Nigga
a
probably
bunch.
never been. Whoever said that probably never been. Who said that? Say his
True,
name.
true, and he never have. He never been.
Nigga, you sound like crazy. Nigga, you don't watch TV?
He never been, bro. But yeah, a lot of people was telling me, just don't do it. It's not where you gonna stay at. You might end
What they
up
say now?
homeless. What they say now is, "Oh, I'm so proud of you." Yada
Right.
yada yada. Same old shit that people gonna say, but for me, it was like that made me want to go more though.
Mm-hmm.
Just the thing of people being scared or people having the fear of getting out of their comfort zone and trying something new. Like for me, it was always like if I go over there and I make something happen, then mission accomplished. But if
Right.
I go over there and shit don't happen, I can always go back home to family, friends. That's never like you feel what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's not
So
like that's not gonna change.
yeah, like listen, the niggas, who cares about what they got to say? But how did it feel? Like how was the conversation with your daughter? And how old was she at the time when you rolled out?
She was 5.
She was
Uh,
5.
the conversation was her not understanding, like being a 5 year old,
Mm-hmm.
not understanding going from seeing me every day to like FaceTime or when she come out here or when I come home. That's why I go home so often though.
Right. Got
Like,
to.
yeah, for sure. Like I go home often. It be times where I be like, damn, I miss my daughter. Like just the other day, I was just feeling like that. I'm like, I got a cop a flight just to go home for 2 to 3 days, but But now, like, it'd be times now where I'd be like, "You want daddy to come home?" And she'd be like, "No." And I feel like she understand because, like, since she was young, she been watching me have pop up shops, watching me have collaborations with restaurants. So
Even she seeing that growth.
yeah, she been at all that. So like she kind of understand what I'm doing. And I always just tell her is like I'm just trying to be that example for you that I didn't have. You feel what I'm saying? It was like for me, it was like once you finish high school, it wasn't even no talks of college or nothing like that. It was like, yo, get a job, work a job until you able to retire. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't like
Right.
it wasn't never like, yo, you can do more than that. You can be whatever it is you want to be. And if I, like I said, my plan is not to fail because, but even if I do, I want to fail trying to show my daughter that, man, get out here and do whatever it is you want to do.
Right. That's real. And like I said, even she see the growth.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking on the growth, I know we touched on it a little earlier. As far as you doing the cut and sew and all that good stuff, like what inspired the new logo?
Oh man, the what expired the new logo is I started sewing. So I started working on like a sewing project. I started doing like these tote bags,
Right.
buying
Yeah.
bandanas, making tote bags, and it was crazy because people just started going crazy over those bags. So for me, it was like once I felt like, all right, now I'm hands on sewing, learning how to sew, and then I'm doing cut and sew pieces. Like I gotta go with something that that shows what I'm doing. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I switched the character to the young black boy in the factory on the sewing machine, and it's just showing
That
that
joint
cut and
fire.
sew, and it's showing like me actually myself learning how to sew as well.
And that was right on time too. Like I said, because I felt like, man, that turned you up. Like I just felt like it took you from like a regular street brand to like a professional, like all the way in the game situation.
Yo, and the thing that's so crazy about that is, I've been wanting to do that for a while.
Hmm.
Cause I was like not too long ago before I dropped anything or like was working on this collection, I was sitting back like I want to do something different. Like I don't know if I want to start a new brand because I want to go a new direction. Do I like get rid of this logo? Do I create a new logo? And then like once I saw the new logo, I was like, that's what it is I want to do right there. Keep the same names, SYCK, Smart Young Creative Kid. You feel what I'm saying? And just bring a new logo with it. Bring cut and sew pieces, and just turn up. And just turn up.
That's what's up, man. You definitely doing your thing with that. And also, like I said, going along with the theme of just the hustle and the grind and how you got to where you are, being out there in LA. Let's talk about the thrift game a little bit. I know that's probably just another way to be a part of the fashion thing, earning more paper, keeping them
So,
extra streams of income flowing in.
so that
Let's
yo,
talk about it.
that's my number one stream of income right now. Like
I bet, nigga. All right, listen.
the
What's your gram, real quick? What's your gram?
my gram is Dominic.sd12.
Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. The shit I see on your Instagram, bro. You're not gonna just find that moseying along South Street in a
Yo,
regular ass thrift shop. Do you got a technique? Do you got certain? Listen, y'all. I'm gonna get the
bro.
secrets out of this guy. I don't know if he's gonna
No,
share them,
look,
but
no,
I'm
look,
always gonna ask.
I got time to talk about this, right? All
All
right,
right, let's
so
go.
how I started thrifting when I was living all the way out in the valley, it was a Salvation Army like down the street from my crib.
Hmm.
So I would just go in there like probably like every other day. I find cool pieces, just come put it in my living room closet. So then I got cool with this dude. I always see him thrifting, reselling, doing this thing. Like you feel what I'm saying? So I used to like hit him up like, yo, can you sell this for me? And he'd be like, yeah, I got you. So I send him pictures, he'll sell it, I ship it, he'll charge me a couple of dollars. So one day I asked him, could he sell like a pair of boots? It was like a pair of women boots. He was like, no, I can't sell them. I said, cool, let me try. I put it up, it sold. And from then on, I was like, every day I started thrifting, right?
Probably got addicted.
But I had a like in between that, I took a job working for like this camera company. Cool
Hmm.
job, especially like banning the cameras, like being able to go to like dope studios like CBS or being on set when they're doing carpool karaoke stuff like that. It was cool. But down the street was 2 thrift stores. Every morning I was late. You feel me? Look, man, no lie. One day I go there. One morning, one afternoon after work, I go there. I find a pair of Gucci loafers. I'm like, it's on. I paid $10 for these joints. Flipped them for $140. Right?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, all right, cool. The next Monday I come to work. I'm like, now I'm sitting in the job parking lot. I'm like, go to the thrift or be on time. I go to the thrift, find another pair of Gucci's. I come to work late. So like they on me for coming to work late, but the way I'm flipping this stuff, I'm buying these shoes for $10. Within an hour, I'm selling them for $140. I'm like, that's $130 in an hour, and y'all ain't even paying me $130 in a day. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? So I was like, I kept going to work late because I kept finding stuff. So I just finally was like, all right. I started like putting the numbers together. I was driving 2 hours to work, like every day, probably like an hour and a half to work, and on like a Friday going back home, it was like 2.5 hours, bro.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So I was like, one day I was at work and they was working me to death this day, and I was just like, bro, I'm done.
My man raised no fool. I think he
Yeah,
did
he
some
was
math.
like, what you mean? I was like, he like, what you gonna do? I was like, I'm a thrift. And bro, I ain't looked back since. Everywhere I go, I got every city I go to. I was in Chicago. I went thrifting, found stuff, sold it. Like, but right now in Philly, I mean not in Philly. I'm sorry, in LA, I'm killing it with the resale shoes, like the used shoes.
Every day I'm looking at this nigga
Yeah,
like I know
yeah.
people in LA are well off, but like who just dropping off
Nah, bro.
some retro fives, like some Nike,
Like
like
the other day, I found a pair of Halloween dunks from like 2007.
I saw
Mind
that.
you, I twisted the picture on Instagram with the tag on there that said 15.99.
You be stunning because you do that, and then
Girl, girl
you insert
messaged
the
me.
photo.
Girl messaged me and was like, "What do you want for those?" I said, "In between 180 and 200." She said, "Give them to me."
Damn.
That's what, and just like, and what, that's how I'm seeing it now. Like, damn, bro, you got potential to literally make $100 an hour off of just going to go buy something that somebody donated
Right.
and you just picked up and sold it.
But let me say this too. But you gotta have an eye. Like you got some
Mm-hmm.
talent. Some talent come with it too. Because some of the shit you
True.
grab, I never would have known it was even worth that, or was that? You know what I'm saying? Like a Halloween
I
SB
can't.
dunk look like a pair of regular ass low tops to me.
True, but I like it's a technique where you can look that up and see
Right.
exactly. Yeah, but I mean, it's it's easy, bro. I don't want to
Let me
give it
ask you
to
this.
I don't want to give it to the people, but it's easy. It's
Well, I'm gonna
easy.
ask anyway. Listen, this is the people podcast, man. This ain't rocket science. Y'all already know. I'm gonna ask. You just gotta tell me no.
All right,
We all know I ain't gonna do it.
right, all right. So, bro,
All right. So
look,
this is my question. Oh, go ahead.
all right. So this is pretty much how you know. Like when you go into the store, you find whatever it is, shoe it is that you're looking for,
So you
right?
go in there looking for a particular shoe?
It depends on like what area, because I know like what I find at certain spots. So
Okay.
like certain stores, I'll find the same. Like, so if I go to one store, I'll find dunks in that store. Normally they'll have dunks. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, I
So
got
all
you.
right, cool. I go in the store, I find the shoe. When you look inside the shoe, every shoe has a barcode. You just type in the name of the shoe, like the brand of the shoe, if it's New Balance, Nike, Adidas, whatever, and then the barcode. You type that number in. It pops up and tell you if the shoe is real. It tell you what year the shoe is. It tells you what year the shoe is, the date the shoe came out, and then it's tell you how much that the shoe is reselling for.
What app is this, bro?
There's no app. Just type it in
Oh,
Google.
just Google and Google.
Just
Okay.
type it in Google. Yeah, just type it in Google, and it'll tell you. So it'll be like $300. So those Halloween dunks, people were selling them for like 300. I knew I paid 15. I know she saw I paid 15. So
So
I
you just
didn't
took
want her. I didn't want to go crazy on it. But for me, that was like 100 and something dollars
in minutes.
that quick. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
like, boom, sold the shoes, and it's been crazy like that. Like I found a pair of it's this dude, all the ball players wearing the shoes, Eric Emanuel, right? I found a pair of shorts for $5. I cheated, like it's wins and losses with it though, bro. because I cheated myself on this sell. I paid $5.99 for the shorts. Posted them on Instagram, right? Somebody like, I want to buy it. I said, boom, give me a bean. That's $95 in that minute.
Right.
But when I looked the shorts up, the shorts are selling for $350.
Ooh.
You get what I'm saying? So even though I made 95,
yeah,
he got potential now to make 200.
You definitely left him some room. You left him some room.
Yeah, and I like, bro, I was like debating on like saying like, bro, the shorts got a rip in them because I was like I took the bread, but I was like, you know what, that comes with it because 9 times out of 10 tomorrow I'm gonna go find something and I'm gonna win. So I mean, it was a win, but it still was like I could have got way more money for those shorts than I took.
Right. So let me ask you this. So we know you got the Syck Days rolling, but like I said, you still got free time. You're not working a traditional job, so you can pretty much do your own thing, do your own hustle. So do you have like a set schedule to thrift? Like, are you hitting certain stores on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, or do you just on your own leisure time? Whenever you feel like going, you go.
All right, I usually go like every day, right? But it got so crazy that I was going to the same stores because, like, depending on where you at, the stores are like in pockets. So it'd be like a store here, 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 and here. You feel what I'm saying? Even though they might be a couple miles apart, they still close. So what I would do is I would just go to those stores daily to the point where like they started noticing me. Like I'll come in there, they're like, bro, we got some Jordans back here. We got this back here. We got that back here. You feel what I'm saying? Or we got these jerseys back here. So it depends on where I'm at. Like if I'm in like
goods.
if I'm in like South LA, then I'll go to the same stores. You feel what I'm saying? But if I go out towards like the Valley and stuff like that, then I'll just it's a bunch of different stores all over. So I'll go to like stores in North Hollywood, or I'll go to the bins where like you go in, it's not like a traditional thrift store. You go in there and it's just a bunch of bins that you dig through. Yeah. But the thing about that is you got potential to make way more money because it's $1.99 a pound. You know what I'm saying? Like I went in there and bought a pair of phones. I went in there and bought a pair of phones for $5 and sold the phones for $100. You know what I'm saying? That's $95 that quick off me just digging a little bit.
Right. Let me ask you this. So you kind of already touched on it. So do you got anybody in pocket? Like, do you got people calling your phone like, yo, bro, I'll hold this for you, or you still getting it from the muscle?
Yo, you know, I still get it from the muscle. I'd be like, yo, you know what's so crazy? I'd be tempted to approach the what's it called like that. Yeah, I'd be tempted to approach the workers like that, but just I don't know how they gonna react. You feel what I'm saying? So I just every day I just try to get lucky. But this week though, this past week though has been like, as far as like for shoe wise, it's been like a great week. For like just me, the stuff that I found this week has been definitely a good week for our shoe finds.
That's what's up, man. You definitely doing your thing, bro. So you've been in LA. Let me know what's been like a low light for you, and what's been a highlight for you. Like, what would you say your biggest highlight is, and what would you say like your toughest time was?
All right, what should I start? Let me start with the good first. So my highlight of me living out here is oh shit, hold on, bro. Can you hear me? My highlight of living my fault. My highlight of living out here is getting my dad on the plane for the first time. Like he never left Philly. Like was born in South Carolina, came to Philly when he was like 5 and then never left. Never been on a plane, never been in New York, never been to DC. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to get him out here and just to see his reaction and the scene, like in the car, like a kid, like taking pictures while the car moving, like
knowing the picture's shitty.
Yeah, like right, exactly. And I'm telling him like, yo, Pop, I'll pull over so you can take the picture. He's like, no, I'm just enjoying it. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, that was like my highlight, and that was like part of the reason why I came here, just to give my folks and give them an outlet, give them somewhere to come, give them somewhere to be able to kick it at. So for me, that was like my highlight, bro. And I've had a lot of fun over here. I've done a lot of cool stuff over here, but for sure that was my highlight. And my low light is
Yeah, what's the part niggas don't show on the gram, man?
the
Because
part
everybody act
niggas
like it's
don't
all
show
sunny
on the
out there.
gram. The part niggas don't show on the gram is that like just the shit they go through. And for me, it's just like going through coming. Like I said, I came out here with two other dudes, and I guess for them things just wasn't going the way they wanted it to go, or they had their own plans on what they wanted to do, and they dipped.
He just left you.
They dipped. Like I came home one day, like on a Sunday. One of the like I had like a young boy that I moved out there from Florida. I moved to the Valley because he got a job close to the Valley. So I'm like, all right, cool. You right near your job. You feel me? You don't have to catch a bus or figure out how to do nothing. It's just right around the corner. So like, boom, come home one day, he gone. I'm like, all right, cool. That's cool. Whatever. I had another young boy from Philly that was living out there. His living situation got weird. So I'm like, all right, cool. You can come through. He ain't want to do nothing. He ain't want to pay no bills. He ain't want to do this. He ain't want to do that. And then I had my homie who was like really, really my homie. Like we grew up together. And then he just bounced like, oh, I'm going back home. Made up a whole lie. I'm going back home. Yada yada yada. So pretty much it just left me
With the whole rent?
to like figure it out. Like my homie the one that was my homie, he gave me the rent. The other dude, he ain't give me nothing. Like the nigga just bounced. I came home. I was in Philly. I came home like nobody was there. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna pay this last month rent and then I gotta figure it out. Cause I ain't going back home. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't like it was like I ain't going back home. So like I ain't call nobody back home and was like, yo, like I don't know what I'm gonna do. Mind you, man, no, I ain't working. I'm working. I'm doing delivery joints like the DoorDash and stuff like that. So I'm like, I ain't working, but I'm like, I got some money that I can get me a studio or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Until I figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, it all worked out for me though, because I was cool with this. I was cool with this guy. I was go to his restaurant, support him all the time, and then we just started talking. Went from talking to me taking photos for like his artist because he was like a manager as well. To like me hitting him up like once all that happened and let him know like, look, bro, you know anybody that's renting something, yada yada yada. He was like, yo, you know what? Come over here, I got you. He's like, you can rent a room in my crib. Just give me 600 a month. That's unheard of in Los Angeles.
Dang, that networking be important, dog.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all off networking, bro. But that's unheard of in Los Angeles, bro. So I went from living in the valley where I was trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay 2,300 by myself to me finding the spot and he like, boom, I give it to you for 600, and everything for me elevating from there. You feel what I'm saying? Watching him hustle and get up every day and figure it out with a managing 2 to 3 restaurants, and he only a year older than me. You feel what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
inspiration every day versus me being around dudes that's depending on me to do everything. When I'm not doing something that they don't feel as though is benefiting them, then I'm for myself. Or you feel what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like I put the most on the line because like when we got here, I was the only one that was able to get us into where we were living. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So for us to go from there and me laying everything on the line to y'all just bouncing on me without even having a conversation or it's just a text message is crazy. But
Yeah, wow.
that was something that I would never like I was never showcasing that like when I was going through that because I always felt like on the other side of this, you feel what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be 100% better. Like this going to bring the best out of me. And honestly, bro, like all it did was just turn me up for real, for real. It made me
That's
feel
what's up.
like it made me feel like, damn, dog, like maybe if you would have came here by yourself, you would have really been on some shit. You feel what I'm saying? But you got to go through shit to bounce back from shit, and that was definitely a low light. I mean, low light, just getting left with $2,300 rent and trying to figure out what it is to really fall into a blessing that somebody giving you a space for 600 a month.
No, that's real. So let me ask you this. So how is it? I mean, how is it to stay creative and be able to focus on your brand when honestly, number one, you got to eat and you got to have shelter. So how were you able to handle that? I mean, because I would think making sure I got that 2,300 and able to eat would be my main focus, but you still
Yep.
had to.
Because for me, it was like shit when it was crazy because right before that happened, something told me to have a pop up in Philly. I went home for my daughter's birthday, and I created a collection, but I wasn't able to promote it because I had to go home for her birthday. So excuse me, of course I took a couple of pictures and posted it on Instagram. But when I got home, I sold some pieces, and the people was like, "Bro, you got this, you got that." So I said, "You know what? I'm gonna just do a pop up." I did a pop up. I sold out, and that's how I was able. I was on month to month on my lease, so I was able to pay that last month, and then I'm like, I got to figure it out in between this month. Like, I can't do this, I can't do that. Then I'm going to go look at apartments downtown, and they're like, oh yeah, the apartment is this price, but for you to park in a lot, it's 200 a month. I'm like, bro, like I'm paying like you want 900 a month for a room. I got a shared kitchen, shared bathroom, and I got to pay 200 a month to park in a parking lot. Like, bro, I was to the point where I was like, man, I'm not going to just sleep in my car until I figure it out. Because man, I wasn't coming home, bro. I wasn't
My man
coming
had his
home.
mind made up.
Yeah, I wasn't coming home, and I wasn't calling nobody back home like complaining about it, bro. I was just like, man, look, either he knows somebody because when I was hitting him up, I was like, do you know somebody that's renting? Either he knows somebody that's renting something, he gonna let me rent a spot at his spot, or I'm in his car until I figure it out because I ain't going back.
That might be the name of this podcast. Nigga said I ain't going back.
Oh man, for real, bro. Once I got a taste and like a taste of hustling for myself and a taste of like being out of my elements and really being around all the stuff that I say I want to do. Like this
Right.
one dude told me his exact words to me and said, bro, he said, you can come here a million times. 'Cause I was coming here like 5 times a year. He's like, you can
Mm.
come here a million times. He said, but for what you want, you gotta be here. I'm like, it ain't at first it didn't make sense. And then I went, then
That's
like
that
I
name
left.
scripture.
Yeah, I left and was like, damn, you're 100% right. Like I can come travel here. Like people who gonna remember somebody that's just traveling here.
Right.
But
Let
if
me ask
I'm
you this.
here,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
if I'm here every day and I'm in your face, then you won't have no choice but to start recognizing.
So outside of the hustle, the bustle, the thrifting,
Mm-hmm.
working on a brand, just living in LA, how was it for you? Like, what do you do when you're not running around hustling? Do you get a chance to relax?
Yeah, I do. Just chill on the computer, uh, watching snowfall, regular shit, bro. Like
So
it
you don't
might
be out on
look
the
like
beach and all that.
no. I
Watch
go to the
football here, like
I go to the beach sometimes though. I go to the beach sometimes, bro. But I'm not really like on the beach type person. What I need to
so.
start doing though is I need to start taking more hikes though. And like, bro, LA right now. I mean, just till
Well,
recently was on like that quarantine bull crap. So it
right,
was like
right.
everything was shut down. But when everything is open, it's like out and about, like always. Can't spend a day in the house. I always tell myself like if I'm in the crib just chilling and be like, bro, I ain't come here to chill, like and get up and just go somewhere. There's always somewhere to go.
Right. And that's kind of how I felt when quarantine first happened. And I'm stuck in the crib. I'm like, well, you got to find a way to be productive. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
always my thing. Like, whether it's workout, whether it's getting a run in, it's almost like I got to earn. Like, I don't feel comfortable on the couch if I ain't did nothing. You know what I'm
That's a
saying? And I
fact.
love my couch. So I got to do something to be on the couch. So I definitely feel you on that tip. And
That's a
hiking in
fact.
LA, that's my shit. Every time I'm in LA, I'm gonna get me a hiking.
Only thing you've been to the Culver City stairs, right?
No, I ain't never hit that joint.
All right, so
I see that joint on the gram a lot.
next time you come here, you got to go there. Like that's the staircase is definitely a hike.
Shit, you been there yet?
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there a couple times.
Oh, you been over there? Okay, okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I can't even think of the name of the Jones I've been to.
but yeah,
But
other than that, bro, I don't know, bro. Cause like it's for me, it's like if I go out, then like I be solo, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like I ain't really like I'm down to meet people, but I just ain't trying to join like no cliques or no shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? So
You ain't trying to
for
be
me,
blood or crip out that, John?
no, that's definitely enough. But for me, it's just like I go out on a solo tip, but LA is LA. I like Oakland though, for real, for real. You been there?
Yeah, I've been down to the Bay. Shout out to my man Nasty Nah. He was living up there. He actually just moved down to LA. I probably didn't introduce you to. He in the production business. Shit, he actually helped me out with the podcast now. But yeah, he was up in the Bay. I've been up there a couple times. He actually had a wedding up there too. So he up there in the Bay, San Fran, all that good stuff. But I'm not out there enough to know the difference. So Cali is Cali to me.
Yeah, true. I mean, me living in LA and then me visiting the Bay is like it's a different feel. Like I love LA. I like the Bay. I'd rather live in LA, but I like the Bay a lot though. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't know if I can live there, but I like it a lot up there. It's a cool vibe, chill vibe.
But taking it back to the clothing line, what you got rolling right now?
The last collection I dropped was on February 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm just I'm working on something for summer. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna put out yet, but
Mm-hmm.
probably put out a couple pieces. But I'm really looking forward to like dropping something for like fall though, because I really want to take cut and sew to a whole nother level. Do some sweaters, something dope to stand out and separate myself from where I used to be for real, for real.
Right, and that was actually my next question for you. So, like, do you have goals and like, do you write them down, or how do you go about checking stuff off your list? What will make a successful 2021 for you? Like, what are you trying to get done in this year?
Honestly, bro, I need to start checking. I need to start writing stuff down. I have a bad habit of not writing anything down. Just everything I do, just pretty much just off the top, from my day to what I'm gonna do the next day, is just pretty much just get up and just figure that shit out. So I feel like a successful 2021 for me would, like, far as what the brand, far
Yeah,
as the
just
brand, all right, far as the brand, all right. So far as the brand is to be able to follow up the collection that I just dropped with something even better. You feel what I'm saying? Showing that it's just not a small step of growth, that I'm really here to level up. You feel what I'm saying? And
mm-hmm.
on the thrifting side, successful 2021 for me would be just learning more about the game, learning more about those pieces that I'm overlooking, learn more about these t-shirts that's really going for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and I'm skipping right past them because I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm just looking for Nike, old Nike, New Balance, stuff like that. So just to educate
Right.
myself on the pieces that I'm looking for, what I should be buying, what I shouldn't be buying. Because yeah, I do find dope stuff and I do get rid of a lot of cool stuff. But then I do get stuck with some pieces and stuck with some shoes and stuff that I've been holding on to for like a year. You feel what I'm saying? So just to get better on that, so I'll be able to bring in more money than I'm spending on unnecessary stuff.
No, I feel that. I feel that. I appreciate you for hopping on, man. This ain't Rocket Science People, episode 74. My man Dom. Now, listen. Normally, when I start the podcast, man, I try to start off on a positive note, but I kind of got too excited. So we're gonna end it on a positive note. All right. Now, my positive note for you is going to be: I need you to say something positive about Los Angeles gas prices.
Ooh. All right, I got you. Los Angeles gas prices is so motherfucking high, right? It'll make you stay in the crib and learn who you really are. Figure out who you really are, because you ain't trying to go outside and drive. Because I be filling my gas tank up like every 2 days, bro, and the gas is like $4.50. If you don't go to the nice neighborhood and need gas, bro, you looking at $6 for regular.
Dog, that gas price make your ass quarantine, huh?
Yeah, it's bad, bro. Quarantine all year round, for real, for real. It's that bad, bro. It's that bad.
That's,
But
that's
no, man,
crazy,
no,
man.
I really appreciate you having me on, bro. Like this, like my third podcast interview. I really don't, you know how I am, man. I'll be in the cut,
Yeah, you
bro. I
don't even
really
want to
don't
rap.
do no talking. Yeah, but I told myself this year though, 2021, I'm opening up more. I'm doing more talking. I'm letting people really know who I am, like what I do, what's the brand about, because I feel like it's a mystery behind me because I don't really do no talking. I always around the same people. Like if I know you, I know you. If not, then like you feel what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm not trying to get to know you, but you feel me? I'm
You
to
be chilling. I remember
myself.
we was out in LA. Man, we was out in LA. We was chilling poolside, chilling, eating, and the one shirt just looked at you like, "You don't talk." Nigga, you
Bro.
look back at her. I don't even think you answered. You just like,
That's for real, bro. I really don't, bro. And that's crazy because like people be really thinking I'm like some strange dude or something, bro. And then when I really have a conversation with them, they be like, "Damn, bro, like I didn't know you was a cool dude." And it's just like it takes some time, but I appreciate you having me on, bro. Like anytime we can do this again. Next time you out LA, we can do it in person. You feel me?
yeah, yeah.
Somewhere, you know how you do, somewhere poolside, something dope.
You already know with the Uno cards on deck. You feel me?
That's a fact.
My man, good looking. This ain't episode, people. Damn, this ain't rocket science, people. Episode 74. My shit all gone. You've been filling up the whole show. Cheers, my brother. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. All right, man.